Well, a very good morning to you, Desiree, and also to our viewers. As you can see there in the picture, the Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga is just doing a walkabout here at the Newton Primary School here in Kimberley, just to check on the vaccine rollout here in the province in the education sector. We know that the province itself, since the 23rd of June, recorded 3,129 vaccinations that they've already done, and their aim is to actually get 16,100 people within the education sector here in the province vaccinated by next week, as the minister announced yesterday when she visited the Free State, that they don't want any vaccinations when schools reopen again after the winter holidays. Now, also here in the province, we know that still currently closed due to positive COVID-19 cases. 165 people still affected, 32 educators and 135 learners. Now, also what the Education Department here in the province said that, and we know that the age was for those who are 48 years and above was to get vaccinated, but here in the Northern Cape they dropped that age because they want to ramp up the process of those in the education sector to be vaccinated. The province also saw an upsurge, as you've mentioned earlier in the introduction. Since May, schools were closed. Schools had also been schools also had to be cleaned or for learners and educators to commence with the schooling and teaching process here in the province. But the Education Department they are urging all those within the education sector to play their part and to get vaccinated. And we are now going to the Minister of Basic Education, Angie Motshekga. She's now going to address the media. And as you can see, a lot of those in the education sector lining up to get vaccinated here at the Newton Primary School. From here, we also know that the Minister will be going to Warrenton Primary School just outside Kimberley, also to check the process there. And then tomorrow, I think she will be visiting the Northwest. But the Minister will be addressing the media now.
This morning we have the privilege to be
Let's step in.
The Minister of Basic Education, Ms. Angie Motshekga. She's visiting the Northern Cape as part of our oversight visits to vaccination sites. We welcome the Minister. She's also joined by the MEC for Education in the Northern Cape, Mr. Zolile Monakale. We know that the Minister has announced that the basic education sector, specifically educators and support staff at schools, will be vaccinated from the 23rd of June up to the 8th of July. I'm now going to hand over to the Minister to share our observations on visiting the Newton Primary School with the members of the media. Thank you, Minister.
No, thank you very much, and thank you again, Program Director, and thank the members of the media who have been supporting us. As I've been saying, the main aim really of our visits is to see if indeed the program is going very well. If there are challenges, share experiences. I mean, the advantage of being in the national department, you visit different provinces, you learn lessons somewhere, you go and share them with other colleagues. But I had a briefing this morning from the MEC and his staff, and they tell me that it's going very well. They have passed the half mark of 50%, and I'm very confident that they will finish on time, because as we have stated that we would like to make sure that by the 8th of July, all people in the sector who have chosen to be vaccinated do get the vaccination. And the MEC also confirmed that indeed by the 8th of July they would have done all the vaccinations that needed to be done by those that have agreed to be vaccinated. We are fortunate that schools will be breaking, especially the teaching tomorrow on Wednesday, meaning that we have Thursday and Friday to ramp up, because we don't have now to be going to, because initially we had to take half the staff in, the other staff in, so which means we can take the whole school at a time, and it moves quicker because we are on VDS, so the verification is quicker, and therefore we're able to vaccinate people as quickly as possible. So with the break from tomorrow, we should be able to ramp up and have more people vaccinated. I think of special interest around Gauteng and Northern Cape is that in the past 2 weeks, Northern Cape was the most affected. We were getting reports of a number of schools that had to be shut down, and I'm aware that there are other schools which are still not operating, and we had said that those that have finished their period of being shut down, there's no point in bringing them back, but teachers can come back then and prepare for the next term. So I'm happy also from the National Corona Command Center, there were indications that the Northern Cape as a province is beginning to have a decline. And I am very confident that when we come back, all the 90 schools that were initially affected have really, will be back on track. Northern Cape had the highest number of schools affected nationally. We've not seen anything like this in the country. At some stage, I think half of their schools would have had one case or the other at different times. But with the break, with the decline, I'm sure when we reopen in July, things will be fine and schools will go back to normal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Any questions to the Minister? Liria from the SABC.
We're coming out of the briefing by the Minister of Basic Education, Angie Motshekga, who's on a road show. Last week we saw her in Limpopo. Yesterday she was in a different province, and today she's in the Northern Cape, just watching that vaccination process of educators. Let's now go back to that story we were talking about earlier.